There are two different locks in Rust. There are code locks and there are key locks. Code locks can be accessed by multiple players and key locks only one. Because of this, bases with key locks on the doors are known to be the homes of solo players. And for groups roaming the server with explosives looking for bases to raid, solo player bases are not desirable targets. It's commonly thought that solo players are less wealthy than groups. And while that tends to be true, here I was, sitting in my base on a Saturday 2 weekends ago. Being a solo player, I had a key lock on my front door, but that didn't seem to discourage the raiders outside from sending rockets at my walls. Perhaps I had taken something from them, or perhaps they had known of my success throughout that day. Regardless, they wanted to get into my base, and I just wasn't gonna let that happen. So you're probably wondering who would be raiding me, a solo player. Well, I have some ideas of who would, but first let me share with you my story of success. I'll take you back to the beginning of that Saturday 2 weekends ago, to where everyone in Rust begins, as a naked on the beach. I'm positive there's a guy here. Oh, suck. First kill before first death. Good start. Ooh, AK shots for me. I'm gonna get a base down around here. I like this area. Oh, a bear. I'm gonna kill the bear. I want to build like around here. I like being on the water, but I don't know if there's any room because it's so close to harbor. Should have enough room right about here. I don't have enough to finish the base. That's awkward. I'll just go out and get it in the morning, I guess. No, I should go chop that bear, actually. So the next morning in the darkness, before dawn broke, I went out to hit some wood so I could finish building my base. Now that terrible song you're hearing and the ugly overlay you're about to see are part of the Rust minigame that was added for Easter weekend. It's an Easter egg hunt and the winner gets a pretty nice prize. I never participated in it, but I'm just explaining it for those of you who are curious. Oh my god. Two of them. I'm so dead. I think they're still chasing me. Oh, yep. There's no way they're still here. Oh my god. When I get to this truck up here, I'm gonna turn around and give them the sauce.
You're gonna run into the sun, bro. You can't keep going that way.
Oh, am I going to run into sun?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Give me that loot. Gimme, gimme, gimme. So I got back to my base with all the resources I needed to finish building it, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to explain to you guys why I built where I built. Here's the map, and here's the bottom right part of the map where I chose to live, and here's exactly where I built my base. As you all can see, there are a bunch of monuments tightly knit together. That usually means a lot of action, and the AK shots right at the beginning confirmed my suspicions of that. Being right beside a cliff meant that my base would be isolated, so hopefully people couldn't follow me back and find where I lived that easily. Being literally right beside a lighthouse and harbor meant I had options on where I wanted to recycle components, and lastly, being right beside the water meant I could get components really easily from hitting junk piles. Now my base was safe and sealed, but the server was still relatively quiet. It was midday, so I took this opportunity to go hit the road nearby, get some components to recycle, and do some other farming as well. Okay, I probably need to do one more farm run. And I did go on another farm run, but I don't want to bore you guys by showing me hitting barrels all day, so we'll skip past that. Now I had components, which meant I could make guns, and my goal was to take over my little part of the map and rid it of all the groups who were roaming freely. Some nearby shots brought me to Oxum's gas station, where my fighting began. Let's take this back to base, I guess. I'm gonna go back to this after I drop this off. EK. Now, remember this name, Siji, because when it happened, I thought my death was just unfortunate timing, but that proved to not be the case. I grabbed the extra gun I had in base and went back for redemption. Scared the shit out of me. Not again, dude. Where's this guy coming from? Oh my god, that was so bad. Is it the same guy? Siji, it's the same guy. Oh. I did a little bit of thinking here. I thought it was kind of fishy that both times I'd gone to the cliff to look over to the fighting beneath, I'd gotten run up on from behind. Both times I'd ran on the right side of Oxum's gas station, and both times I'd ran past this base. So I gambled and went over there with a double-barrel shotgun. Now, call me a door camper if you want, but I was outside of this base for information to see if it was in fact Sigi who lived there. So I waited. Come to me, brother. Oh my, that should have killed him. That should have killed him. That was Sigi though. I saw his name when he killed me. I gotta go back. This is awkward. Oh, I have that bag there. He probably doesn't know my double barrels on the ground. Yes, keep the door open.
Yeah, get back inside your base, bud. Yeah, go up to your roof, bud. You're gonna die up there too.
Ah, so this is where he lives. Thank you, my good friend. I will be on my way with this. Now I had another idea. Door camping really wasn't my style, and if Sigi actually had a premeditated plan to wait for people to run by his base so he could hop out his doors and backstab them, well, I would use that against him. So I ran by his base, giving him the sound cues that someone was outside, but then I waited by a ledge in the woods by his base. I knew it. I need to be here. Thank you for your generosity. I'm just gonna take all of this and leave. So as expected, he made an appearance, but I was ready for it, and now I had made back all the guns I had lost to him in the first place, and he had no clue where I lived. I did a little bit of stone farming and upgraded the entrance to my base, and then I went to find a boat so that I could hit components on the water. I'm pretty sure there's someone in here. Whoa. Ow! Where is he? Oh, he's in that window. Oh my god. Kind of in a bad spot. He's got a revolver! My loot now, buddy. Ooh, he's loaded. He's probably recycling too. Oh, I can't even hold this. Ooh. Someone's here. Where'd he go? Am I blind? Oh. He's dead. I think there's another. They're dead. I gotta go though. People are gonna come. These are the shots. I got a lot of stuff on me. Ah, feels good to be home. On the boat ride back to my base, I'd heard some gunshots coming from further out at sea. I grabbed the scuba set that I'd found earlier on and went to go check it out, but while I was out there, I heard and saw nothing. So I decided to go scuba diving for some treasure, and that's when things got weird. Oh, you're kidding me. Just go by. Oh my god, they're stopping at my boat. Oh. Are they talking? Not to me, there's no way they know. They can't hear me.
Quit, switch boats. Or are you coming with us?
Oh my god.
See you boys later.
hear a guy sitting in my boat, I think. Oh, I can yoink him. I'm gonna go for it. Ooh. I hope I don't die a lot. I'll take this off so they can't hear me. Did they have any? Oh my god, they had a lot. That's funny. Now, having had so much fun on that boat run, I decided to go on another, and I completely filled my inventory with components, and on the way back home, I had this encounter. Oh no, I can't die. Oh, he's dead as hell. I can't even loot him though. I just gotta go home. The armor either. So now that we're at a decent stopping point, I'm going to talk about some important changes to my channel. If you want to keep going with the story, skip to the time on the screen now. Hello. I deeply apologize for interrupting your viewing experience. I'll try to keep these few words that I have to say as brief as possible, but this is the first video I've uploaded since I've hit 250,000 subscribers. So for that milestone, thank you all so much. It really does seem like just last week I was streaming to under 20 viewers, uploading Rust base build videos for the few amount of supporters that actually watch my videos at that time, and to see where I am now just 1 year later is really a testament to how much you guys have believed in me and have been supporting me as my content has evolved and I've been finding my way on YouTube. So I'm not going to try to say anything cliche, I'm just going to leave it at thank you. So to repay you all, I'm going to give you guys the two things that you've probably asked from me the most in the comment sections of my videos, besides me uploading more frequently. The first thing is going to be for all my Australian fans, and this is long overdue, but I'm finally making a Stevious 2xAU server. It's not going to be live on the Force Wipe of this month, but it will be live 1 week later. That's May 9th. So mark that date down on your calendar, tell all your friends. I'm so excited to finally get that server out. And the second thing, which you've probably already noticed, is I'm wearing the new Stevie merchandise. Let me get the mic out of the way without making too much noise. Maybe I'm a little biased here, but I think the design is pretty sleek. And we also have a white version of the hoodie, and we have different articles of clothing on my website. But seriously, if you guys want to support me, my channel, the content I create, that's a really good way to do so. And with all that being said, if you want to get back to the video right now, the storyline, I completely understand that. Skip to the time on the screen right here. But if you're intrigued, maybe you want to know what more we have for sale and how you can even buy the merch, stay tuned. You're going to want to open up your computer and go to Google or your phone. Type in stevious.io. That's my website. Here you'll be able to preview the merch, and by clicking buy now, it will take you directly to my Teespring shop front. Here you can see all of the articles of clothing I have for sale, the pricing, sizing, and shipping information. If you guys don't already know, Teespring is probably the biggest merchandise company on YouTube. They do merch for people like PewDiePie, Will Smith, and loads of other big creators, so they're a very reputable site. I am currently wearing the Stevious HV1 Black, Stevious because that's my brand, H hoodie, V1 version 1, black, it's a black hoodie. That's kind of how the naming works for all of the items, so for the long sleeves, the t-shirts, and so on. But I've kept you guys from the video for long enough, so let's get right back to the action. So where were we? I had just killed the guy on the boat, but he had a teammate and I didn't have any room to loot his stuff anyways, so I depoted all the stuff I already had back in my base, but I wanted to take the fight, and I figured if they were anywhere, they would probably be at harbor, so that's where I went. Okay, there are 2 or 3, I think. Yeah, there are 3 of them. I could probably kill them if I waited for them to come this way. What the hell? Oh my goodness, dude. They're gonna follow me. This is the perfect bait. Are they coming or not? Like, what's going on here? No, they're still shooting at harbor. I'll just go back. Where are them boys? Oh. I'm so dead. There's no way I make it back to my base. Oh no. I'm so close, dude. I gotta go for it. Aha. I hope these fools don't think I'm just gonna hide in my base. I'm gonna go make some meds. Actually. 3 and road sign.
Sir, how the fuck are you
1
alive?
LR. One of them had an L9. They're so bad. I'm dead. Two dead. Ooh. I gotta get meds. Fake him out. He thinks I'm going to the roof. I have this guy. Got 2 now. Oh, no, dude. He's dead. I think that's everyone. Ooh. He's loaded. Oh my god. There's no way they're not coming back. Figuring they would be back soon, I had to be ready. I couldn't be in my base at that point because pushing out against the cliff would be hard, so I left my base and made sure no one was already camping, and then I ran left along the cliff to get as far away as possible. Rustlord. This is one of those guys. That means there are 2 more of them somewhere. That's awkward. Ooh! There they are. Did they see me? Yep. Damn it. Oh. I'm beat. I'm gonna just flank around the left side. Oh, I hear one of them. They're both right here. Yikes. I should have killed that SAR guy, dude. Hit him like 3 or 4 times. Oh my god, dude, I'm so bad. Is he gonna push me? He might be trying to res his teammate, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna go for him. Flank left. I see him. Oh my god, dude. I lag. Alright, he's dead. His teammate, the Sarga might be dead, I think. Someone else. second. Yeah, he's dead. They're all dead. Home, sweet home. It's too easy. Now, again, I heard shots in this area, so I went to check them out. With my base only having one metal wall between the outside and all of my loot, I decided it was time to do some upgrades. Okay. Oh my god, there are like 3 of them. Oh my god, dude, that's so much metal. Fancy cat. Oof. What? Oh my god. Fancy cat, dude. They live there. Not today, buddy. There's my custom. Ay, ay, ay. Now, earlier on, you guys didn't see, but when I was upgrading my base, I had almost 7,000 metal fragments on me, and they took it all when they killed me. That much metal is not too easy to get. Then I was killed by one of them again, who was sitting up on the cliff above my base looking at my door, then almost again by one of them who had a double barrel right outside my base. Needless to say, at this point, I was a little pissed off, so I snuck over to their base to pay them a visit. Oh. AK. One dead. Fancy cat. Thank you, my guy. And domestic turtle CS money. I recognize the name. Where do I know him from? Oof. That feels good. I banked their gear sets and went back. Now, I killed them a few times and they killed me a few times, but I was starting to see what this would turn into. In Rust, when nearby bases start fighting, it usually turns into a war of attrition, and neither group can go out and get anything productive done, and I wasn't gonna let that happen. Although they were in the area first, like I had said earlier on, my goal for the wipe was to take over my little part of the map and rid it of all the groups who were roaming freely. So I knew what I needed to do. I snuck off with a pickaxe so that I could mine sulfur and raid my neighbors. So here I was, sitting in my base in the middle of the night, smelting sulfur and crafting explosives when, out of the blue... Whoa, I'm getting raided, aren't I? That is so awkward. This is not the time. Oh my god. Give me that. Take that. I think they're blowing from the front, like the roof of the front. Okay, now they're coming through that wall. I need to move the turret. What's their turret shooting at? I think they're getting countered right now. Oh, that's a silent M2. Alright, someone just rocketed someone outside, I'm pretty sure. I gotta seal the breach right now. Ooh, I gotta fix this. Oh my god, they got countered so fast. I think all the raiders are dead, honestly. And their turret shooting at the counters. Oh my god. I didn't even have to shoot anybody. Oof. My base is fine. I'm just gonna wait till the morning. Now, I had no idea who had tried to raid me. I didn't know if the guys outside shooting were raiders or counter raiders, but I had an idea of who it could have been. It could have been my next door neighbors who I was about to raid. It could have been that 3-man group that I'd gotten so many guns off of earlier in the day. Or it could have just been a random group in my area that had heard all the shots near my base over the past hour and thought that raiding it might be worth it. Regardless, the raid attempt failed and my base was safe. Early the next morning, after all the raiders and counter-raiders left, a random guy popped up outside my front door.
Yo, I just had like 8 guys pass me. What? Okay, here you go, man. Come to the bullet window fast.
What the heck?
I have more. Before this naked kills me. Alright, yo, chill. Yeah, that's what you get. I like Fruit Loops. I saw your dead body before, huh? Yeah, noob.
A couple more times, this guy traded me loads of stuff through my shop front and helped me find extra loot outside that had been left over from the raid. So I started thinking crazy. I wanted to raid my neighbors, and I had crafted the rockets to do so. The issue was, the people raiding me got countered after just 4 or 5 rockets were shot, so I would have no chance on shooting all 8 that would be required to raid the base beside me. So I needed someone to help me rocket, and this guy seemed super genuine. Now, listen, the #1 rule in Rust is to trust nobody. I fully expected this guy to turn on me, but the day so far had already been pretty successful, and if he had killed me with all my explosives, I wouldn't have been that mad. But if we successfully raided my neighbor's base inside, I would feel like I had completed my goal of the day to take over my area. So I decided to just send it and trust this guy with my rocket launcher and rockets. I didn't want him to recognize my voice, so the entire time the raid was going on, I was typing to him from a random Discord account.
Alright, now double lock. That's a big leap from getting off to just immediately double launching raiding, but I mean, I'll take the opportunity. Alright, guys.
God, I really hope he doesn't rocket me.
nervous. Alright, you ready? Oh no, I don't like this.
Last one. Alright. TC. Shoot it out.
TC's locked. Do you have something to destroy it with?
Alright, I gotta seal this quick. Oh boy, this just got harder.
I can't really get an angle on him.
I gotta get to the other side. Oh
Here.
boy.
If that'll help.
A pumpkin? This guy.
He's down below, I think. By a turret.
I need a door, code lock. This guy needs to move.
Sorry. That's totally my fault. Oh god. Alright, I want to see the loot, dude. Oh god. I already see.
Okay.
Oh my.
Okay. Oh my god. These guys were kind of loaded.
Dude, let's go. Look in tier 2!
It's 1,000 scrap, dude.
And in tier 3.
So I transferred most of the good stuff back to my main base, but the counters came back before I could move more.
Oh, there's a guy looking at your main base. Full kit, whole team. Alright, they're all out here. He's stuck. If you need help, come down here. Dude, you're insane. Okay, I'm coming out LR Bolty. Oh, there's another full dead one over here.
So that's how my wipe ended, with me, or rather me and Narclos on top. Huge shout out to him, he was a super genuine guy and I definitely wouldn't have been able to finish the raid without him. I sincerely hope you enjoyed the video. All of it came from under 8 hours of footage recorded on that Saturday 2 weekends ago. And I do hate to leave you guys waiting for what's next, but my wipe the following week was one of my most action-packed and successful ever. So until then, goodbye.